Hello,
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 who do we have today? Can you hear me?
Julia.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, it's okay.
Are you back home?
No, we in Turkey, and we will in Turkey
We will be, yeah.
1 week. We will be here 1 week,
For one more week? Yeah, for one more week.
or we will come go back Moscow.
Yeah,
Go
we'll
back.
go back to Moscow.
We'll go back Moscow next Friday.
So, which means like how many more days will you be staying in Turkey? How many more days?
How many more days?
You will be staying in Turkey.
We will be stay
Hmm.
here. I think 6 days.
Yes.
Six, six, and we will fly in
Hmm.
Moscow during night.
Oh, okay.
It's
So it's going to be a difficult flight.
yes, and we will go back Moscow in early morning Friday
On Friday.
on Friday. Yes,
Okay, great. Today we're talking about job,
I'm ready.
and job has a lot of collocations, about 40 to be exact.
Yes.
And so they start by looking for a job, like when we do not have it, but we want to get. As we go through job hiring process, then we have different issues, problems. Okay, then we need to describe our work, like how we work, what conditions we have. Okay, if we have any problems, what we need to deal with. Okay, then when we want to, let's say, take a day off or something like that, and if we don't want to go to work or we need to be somewhere else. So there are phrases to help us speak about that. And of course, later when, let's say, something happens and we have to quit that job, so there are also there are different things that we go through. And the last one, it's when we are uh, getting too old to work. Yes.
Yes.
uh, yeah, so we basically quit our work on different terms. So they were going to be talking about job a lot and talking about different job experience. We will talk about our first job, how it was, when. We'll talk about the most problematic job that we had, and some other issues, problems. Then I will ask for your opinion, and then I will also show you different pictures, and you will have to make a story using those collocations just to understand what could be happening there.
Okay.
So I hope more people will be joining us later. And as I can see, weekend is not very popular time, but doesn't matter. Okay, so we have a schedule to follow, and that's what we do.
Okay. Let's
Let's
work.
Yeah, let's work. Yeah, let's talk about your first job experience, and I would like you to select a number of phrases, collocations that we have on the list that you are going to be using. I think you need a
Mm,
5 or 6.
I need to um, talk about my first job. Yes,
Your first job
and
experience, how you, yes,
I need to use 5, 6 collocations.
to
First.
complete that story, yes.
Okay, when I was 20 years, I started to look for a job, and I applied for a job in um, Ministry of Sports.
Mhm.
And when I search for a job, I want that
When I was searching, yes.
I wanted
Uh-huh.
er, to earn money, and I wanted to find a very interesting job and work with different interesting people. That's why I worked with many famous sportsmen
Okay, well,
here.
sportsman, just
There,
sportsman,
the
yeah.
sportsmen there, but when I got older,
Mhm.
I think that I need more money. Uh, I
Uh,
wanted I wanted earn more money.
I wanted to earn
That's
more
why
money.
yes, that's why I started to look for another job, and I was offered a job in a travel agency in Moscow. And when I had a job interview, um, my second company,
Yeah.
they was hired me.
They hired me.
They hired me. Yes, and I landed a new job.
Okay, great. Okay. Uh, so what kind of job was that? Like, what did you have to do?
Second job.
Yes.
My second job was in travel agency. It called Post-West, and they work with buses travels in another country. And it was very interesting because it was very cheaper tours and
Cheap.
um,
Mhm.
cheap tours, and a lot of children and students. We made a group uh,
Mhm.
for one bus. It was uh, maybe 30, maybe 40 people
Mhm.
in one bus, and um, we went in France,
When to?
uh, went to France, Belgium,
Mhm.
Germany, Poland, and different countries. And when I was 24,
Mhm.
um, I think I worked 24/7.
Okay, very good. Yeah.
Yes, and um, when I worked for this company, I traveled in different countries, and my first tour was in France, and
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I was in Disneyland too.
Oh,
It,
Disneyland, Disneyland. Huh?
yes, it was a business trip, but I was in Disneyland. I think it was a cool job.
Definitely, because see how many places you had seen at that time. Yes.
Yes, and but I think that it was difficult because I
Mhm.
um, saw I looked for 10 or maybe 12 children.
I had to look after. Yes.
I had to look after, yes, after
Mhm.
for 10 or maybe 12 children, and sometimes they didn't how to say слушаться,
They didn't listen to me.
didn't
Listen, they
listen
didn't
to
listen
me.
to me. They would ignore me, maybe.
Sometimes yes, and uh, I was afraid that uh, something can happen.
Could happen.
Could
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
could happen.
This is good. Yes. Okay. And how hard was it to find the first job? Because normally when people start looking for their first job, they have no any work experience. They do not know maybe what to do. So how difficult
Uh,
was
I think I'm lucky girl because
it? Hmm.
I I met one man, and he worked in Ministry of Sports. So that's why I was offered a job in this ministry, and it was difficult because Um,
Mhm.
they had nepotism,
Nepotism.
a lot
Wow,
of
big word. Okay.
they had a lot of nepotism at when I started work in this for this company.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm lucky.
So you think that you were just lucky to get a job there?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
and I started to climb to the top of my career ladder, but uh, minister has a lot of relatives.
It's not so easy to get to the top. Yeah.
Yes, and maybe I decided that I need more money.
And you quit, left that job. Yes.
Yes, yes, and I quit this job.
All right, great. Okay. So and then, how did you feel at your first job interview when you were being interviewed?
I was stressed out, a little bit stressed out,
Mhm.
but I always can concentrate it. It's it's very easy for me, I think, because don't. I'm not afraid. A lot of people, and I'm feel comfortable
And confident.
and confident. Yes, I think I'm good girl. Why I need to be stressed out? But sometimes, yes, of course, I'm a real
What do you
person.
prefer? Do you prefer to work 24/7, or you prefer to maybe just work a few days a week, but very hard?
Um, I think that I'm a workaholic. A workaholic. That's why I prefer to work 24/7. Because when I came back home,
Mhm.
I always think about work, not about something
I would
else.
always. I would.
I would always think about work. That's why I think I'm a workaholic.
Okay. And have you ever demanded anything at work? Have you ever wanted to get maybe an extra bonus, or maybe you wanted to get an extra vacation? Um,
At first time, not. I had not extra money,
didn't
but
have.
didn't have extra money. But when I got older,
Hmm.
I started to appropriate my time, and after that, I started to earn more money and extra money too. And I had a lot of how to say premium bonus
What? Oh,
bonus.
bonus?
I bonus. Yes,
Or you can say
I
like I
had
had some rewards, like a reward
reward.
when reward, yes, like when you can get something extra for your work, for your hard work. Reward, yes. It can be a bonus, it can be a new car, it can be some extra free days, maybe. Like that's what
Free
you.
free 3 days never.
So, what was the best company that you worked at?
I think the best company was my last company because uh, I work in a big travel holding.
Okay,
Holding.
okay, yeah.
Uh, it consists of six travel agencies,
Hmm.
and I worked with all these companies like manager.
Sales manager. You worked as a sales manager.
Yes, I always work as a sales manager,
Hmm.
and I work with government projects, different projects, and
Hmm.
um,
Mhm.
Tender. How to say tender?
You,
Tender. I worked with tenders,
I
with
worked with.
government
I
tenders,
understand. I worked with bidding contracts.
bidding contracts.
Bidding
Yes.
it's when you bid. So I offer $1 million. You offer two. So I win. So we bid. Or you can say I worked with government contracts because usually government has them.
Yes, and we work with children camps. We work with older men and women,
Mhm.
and with hotels for old people, hotels, sanatory,
Yeah, you can say that this is like a resort.
resort
Mhm.
for old people. And we work with interesting tours in different towns and cities. For example, we made interesting excursion in St. Petersburg, and I went in St. Petersburg during 3 years.
Wow.
Not every weekend, but two, maybe one once during once a month. I was in St. Petersburg.
Oh, great. Okay. Right now I'm going to show you a few pictures, and you will try to describe what is going there. Okay. By
Okay.
using, do you have a list of collocations in front of you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, excellent. Okay. So and then you can use some of them. Okay. First of all, I need to share my screen with you. I'm going to use a website, and based on what you see, you will have to offer some things. Okay. Let's say
Mhm.
one second. I need to. Uh huh. Yeah. Ready. A lot of people and one sec. It's just taking some time, and to find that picture. Okay. Yeah. This one is good. When a lot of people gather. Okay. So yeah, got it ready. Okay. All right. Share. All right. You can see this picture. I hope.
Yes, I see.
So describe what you can see and what kind of collocations you would use for describing this situation.
I think a lot of people, and they go to strike because they are hosted and they are overworked,
Uh-huh.
and I think that they want to earn more money.
Hmm.
That's why they decided to go on strike
To
and
go on strike. Okay, very good.
go on strike. Yes, and I think that somebody arrange this
Arrange.
strike,
Hmm.
arrange this strike, and handle this strike. And maybe it was a manager, one of the managers, and maybe they don't want uh,
Hmm.
nepotistic
Or maybe they're
in
against.
against yes, and they don't want um, nepotistic in their company, and I think they don't want to work
Hmm.
24/7.
Okay, very good. 20%. Okay.
Yes, and they decided to um, to talk with their employment about
Mhm.
work 9 to 5 during 5 days, not
Okay,
only
yeah,
8.
okay.
And they want to take 2 days off
Hmm.
and have a day off, a day on.
That's good. Okay, so and then um, what do you think?
Maybe
Uh-huh. Maybe.
they don't want a lot of job responsibilities.
So
Maybe they have
they
a
want.
lot of job responsibilities. That's why they want work a little bit less.
Okay, they want to work less. Okay.
Less, yes, maybe. And I think that they want they want to get a golden parachute.
Well, maybe okay, but what? When can you get a golden
Golden
parachute?
parachute, maybe not for every worker. It's only for good managers. Yes.
Yeah, could be right. Okay, what do you think employer will do? What do you think employer will do with people who are on strike?
I think that
What might happen?
what may happen.
Hmm.
I think the employer don't want to do what they want because as usual when the strike started it means that
Yeah.
the employer don't take care about their worker, yes,
Okay.
workers,
Yes.
and maybe mm, some of these people to be laid off after this
Mhm.
strike.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. Okay. So, or maybe they will be fired. Yes.
Maybe yes.
Maybe they will try to find a way how to fire them because it's not so easy.
Yes, yes, I think yes.
Okay. All right. Next. Um, okay. Let's try different options. All right. What do you think about their work?
I think that it's very hard work because these people were very tired and they are exhausted and
Exhausted, huh?
they yes and they are overworked, and I see that children work too,
Hmm.
and I think they are sleep deprived.
Very good. Sleep
uh,
deprived. Yes.
yes, and they when children has job responsibilities like this, it's very awful, I think, because they are so little kids.
Yeah. Or you can say like they're still very. Yeah. They're still very.
Still very, yes, and I think that they worked 24/7,
Yep.
and this company uh,
Is
exploitator.
exploiting their labor,
Yes, it's
exploiting their.
and they have a benches of bananas, I see, and I think that they are hard.
They're heavy,
Heavy, heavy,
heavy, yeah, yeah,
heavy,
heavy, heavy. Huh?
yes,
Uh-huh.
heavy, heavy, very heavy, and This woman, I think she is not so old, but she looks
Hmm.
very, very.
She looks older than she is, yeah.
Yes, yes, I think yes.
Okay. And do you think they work 24/7? Okay, what do you think about? Do you think those kids had the job interview?
Of course, no. I
Mm.
think they work because their parents work in this company too, without without
Mhm.
having a job interview.
Do you think they have any days off, a paid vacation, a golden
Of course,
parachute?
no. Of course, no. I think that they have not
They don't have.
maternity.
They don't. They don't.
They don't have maternity leaves, and they work the day-night shifts,
They're good. Okay.
and they always work overtime,
Hmm.
and they can be dismissed very easy because
Easily,
a lot
easily. Yeah.
easily, yes, because a lot of people uh, because a lot of people they have unemployment
And there are a lot of people who would like
who would like to land on this job too,
to land this job.
to land this job too. Yes,
Why do you?
that's why they cannot they say they cannot they are afraid to
To
quit a
quit.
job,
To quit.
to quit this job. Yes,
To quit, or maybe even lose. Yeah.
yes, yes. Of course, they have not a
Hmm.
get golden to get a golden parachute.
Okay. Ah, very good. Okay, great. Okay. So, what do you think? Okay, next one. Okay, let's say this guy here.
Mm.
What do you think
I
about his
think
job? Yeah,
I think he is a top manager in a big company, and they work. He works for this company uh, several years. That's why he already climbed to the top
hmm,
of his career ladder, and I think he has a lot of job responsibilities.
hmm.
A big
He handles.
he handles a big department, and deals with a lot of different things. For example, he gives a product gives product
Hmm.
presentations, and he runs a financial report as usual, and he returns important phone calls, I
Very
think,
good. Yeah.
and I think he attends business meetings with their partners, and
Partners. Yeah, partner. Huh?
yes, yes, and of course this man um, I think he has a golden he get a golden parachute,
He will definitely get.
definitely get a golden parachute, and
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm. Do you think he is likely to go on strike?
I think no.
Hmm.
I think no, because um, uh, he can get a severance package.
Very good. Yes, definitely. Yes.
Maybe yes, and that's why he doesn't want to go to strike,
To go on strike, to go on strike, to go on strike.
to go on strike, to go on strike,
Hmm.
to go on strike.
And he doesn't need to worry. He doesn't need to worry about.
I think he osts someone from this
Oust.
position.
Oust. Uh-huh.
Ousts. Ousts. He
He
ousts.
ousted. I think he ousted somebody.
I think he ousted somebody from this position
Hmm.
because he is a workaholic.
Okay, like you, yes.
Like me.
Because that's what I remember. Okay. Okay. Ah, very good. Okay. So doing great. Okay. See, like how all those collocations um, help you speak
Yes.
about people like very
Yes.
effectively.
Yes.
I see. Immediately. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Here we can find that. Okay, because. Oh, let's talk about this one. Okay, so I think it will be understandable too. Um, I will say that he has just been fired.
Yes.
Why do
I
you
think.
think it happened?
Um, I think that
And
was
what will
laid
he
off.
have to do? Hmm.
Okay, he was laid off,
Okay.
and because the company um, how to say
Because company
maybe
could not pay him anymore. People
yeah
get
yes
laid off because company does not have enough money, not because people are bad. It's
yeah
just business.
yes, and that's why he is very upset right now,
Hmm.
and don't he doesn't want to cry, but he cannot stop it, and he has a family, and uh, he, uh, he has two kids, two little kids. That's why uh,
Uh-huh.
he um,
He has to support
want
his family.
he has to support his family, and he um, managed to look for another job. Can I say?
You can say that he will try to find another
He will
job or
he will try for another job.
to find another job. Yes. Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's great. Um,
And maybe he was laid off because he is not a good worker,
mhm.
maybe, and somebody
Yeah.
um, oust,
Ousted him. Yes.
ousted him from a company, maybe because um, this person um,
Uh-huh.
uh, uh, uncle
Okay. Mhm.
of their boss,
Yes.
and yes, and that's why it was a nepotism.
Very good. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's good. Okay. Wow. Great. Okay. So because nobody has shown up but you, and I know that you have two kids, and they will probably will not let you. Okay, coming back to you, they will not let you. Maybe study for 90 minutes. They will probably just drag you away. Yeah. So let's just see how long you can be there. Because right now, is your husband babysitting them? Yeah.
There with me, yes, because I cannot
Hmm.
use kids club. Last time when we was in children club, we got sick, and we decided to stay in this lounge zone.
Hmm.
But I think I can stay here.
Right,
It's okay. It's
that's
okay.
good. Okay, great. All right, let's go through
I
those.
hope somebody come here too.
I'm already texting everyone because to me, if people do not come, if people do not show up for live sessions, to me, it's a good feedback. It's a feedback that maybe okay. I want to turn live sessions into something that people will be afraid to miss. Like let's say if there's a great lecture, yes, and everybody goes there, but not me. So like, oh my God, I'm losing a very good or very useful piece of information. Yeah. But if people skip something very easily, it tells me as a teacher that my live sessions are not very useful.
It's not true. I think your live session is very useful. You can see I cannot talk and I cannot speak.
But it's just you, one person, okay? But I I want to have all 10 people, and then 10 people never come. It's like why?
Problem. It's not problem because right now is summer time.
I hope this is the only problem. I hope. Uh,
And you know, all our I think a lot of girl of our group they have kids. That's why it's not so easy. Because my husband, right here, uh, Julia, Julia. Okay,
but did you tell him that you would be busy?
I'm busy. I'm busy.
Is he understandable?
I hope.
All right, great. Okay, let's review the collocations themselves. Okay, so I'm going to read a collocation. Okay, you will give me a situation from your life. Okay, if you cannot do this, then you can give me a situation from somebody else's life, maybe from your husband's.
Okay.
Okay, to look for a job.
I look for a job when I was 20.
Okay, no, like that, or you can say like, or it was difficult for me to look for a job
It
because
was
there were no websites, nothing, and just newspapers.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, of course.
because I remember that I had a newspaper, Zruk Ruki or Shans, and that was so you could not send your resume or CV. You
Yes.
had to call and go there. So the whole
And we called a lot of company and
companies,
asked
huh?
asked asked about our job interviews. Yes, a lot of interviews, of course.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, that's how it was. Okay. Oh, and okay, next to apply for a job.
Um, I applied for a job in the Ministry of Sports when after I graduated from the university.
Okay, very good. Okay, so yeah, normally it's quite easy to apply for a job. All you have to do is just to fill out a form or send your resume, and then they have to interview you, and you are good to go, as I say. All right, next. Search for a job. It's the same. So to look for another job,
Um,
a situation.
After I decided that I could not
Okay.
earn a lot of money in my first company, I decided to looked for another job.
I had a very angry boss at my first work, and so he kind of like ousted me, and I had to look for another job because it was very hard, like psychologically, to work there. So that's why I had to look for another job, and I found it. All right, next, to be offered a job.
Um, Once I was offered a job in a big travel agency,
Hmm.
and after I said no.
I said no to them.
They said no to them. They was offered a job me again.
They offered me a job again.
They offered me a job again after several months.
Months. Months.
Months, several
Okay.
months.
Oh, very good. Okay, very good. Okay, next. Okay, to have a job interview.
If you want to land a job, you need to go and have a job interview in a company, and you need to be kind and friendly.
Absolutely. Okay, great. Okay. Sometimes people have to have a few job interviews. Yes.
Yes, and after that they decided which job is a dream job for them.
Very good. Yes. Very good. All right, next. Okay. To be interviewed.
Mm. When I was interviewed, sometimes I was a little bit stressed out, but I prefer to concentrate it and answered uh, kindly, friendly, and um, told about me.
Very good. Very good. Okay. This is good. Okay, so it's I would like to have students like you. You know, like a lot, a lot of students like you. But I think it's um, you are just this person who likes to work hard. So I think it doesn't matter what you do. You can achieve great results. I think in any field because you're just a workaholic.
Because I'm very I can discipline
I can
by
discipline
myself.
myself.
Yes, and I like studying a lot of different things. And when I cannot study something
Mhm.
new, it's a big problem for my brain because I need a lot of information. And that's why I always try to do something interesting.
But how do you motivate yourself, or how do you where do you find this discipline? Like some don't you feel lazy sometimes? Lack of interest.
I think it's not only discipline because I like what I do. I
Hmm.
always like what I do. When if I um, will be play on the piano, I have no discipline at all.
Didn't have,
But
yes.
didn't have yet. Didn't have.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, next. Okay, to be hired.
To be heard. Um, some people can be hired after they have a job interview.
Or I can ask you a question like how can I be hired if I want to work at your husband's company?
You if you want to be hired in my husband's company, you need to you will be interviewed with one of his managers, and
You will be
if
interviewed by.
you will be interviewed by one of his managers, and after that they will decide it about your person, and
They will decide if
you
you're
you
good. Mhm.
you can land it. You can land a job.
Ah, that's good. Okay, their baby is good too.
Yes.
Okay, next. Okay, to work 24/7.
I prefer to work 24/7 because when you work hard, you have no time to think about something silly.
You have no time. You don't have time. You have no time. You don't have
You
time.
you have not.
You don't have.
You don't have.
Yeah,
You
you don't
don't
have.
have.
You don't have time to. Okay, to work 9 to 5.
A lot of people want to find a job when they can work 9 to 5.
Okay. Ah, kids really keep you busy. Okay.
Yes.
So I think it's okay if you go. Okay. So yeah, because I see it's just impossible. They want to take everything you got. This.
Yes, I'm sorry.
They have a
But
limit. No, don't be sorry, Kate. I understand mom's work. I see you around. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, welcome. Okay. Thank you for showing up. It means a lot to
Thank
me.
you. Thank you too.
Yeah,
Bye.
have a great vacation.